My name is Alex Joseph and she's Donna Alex. We are the principal architects of MySpace Architects. Today we are here to explain one of our favorite projects which is recently finished. That is Red Bloom.
This is an auditorium with a 200-seater capacity. So this is for a school building which is located in Ludhiana.
Since it's an interior project, we thought of trying a kind of a origami pattern concepts into it for creating a kind of a aesthetical impression in a different way.
There are three major things that we have addressed here. First one is the ambience of the hall, and then there is the sight lines, how we can connect spectators and the performers, and then there was the evacuation strategy, the circulation strategy, the safety of the students. That was again a prime concern for us. And then about the acoustic ambience that we can bring into the halls. So these are the three major things that we had to look into, and enhancing the quality of the performance of every student. That was again the major challenge. So bringing the focus to the performer, at the same time sticking to the concept of origami.
We'll tell you how the planning process gone. So that's our overall site. When we took the site, it was like that. The existing structure was there. So there is an auditorium space was created inside it like this. When we took over, that was the sections which is available to us. We studied the sections. We understood that actually we will create a kind of a multi-purpose auditorium hall. So first our thought was to have a kind of a correct the sight lines, to have a kind of a clear view. So that's what this is a proposed sections which we have done here. So that is from the back side itself. We created a kind of a clear sight lines which is visible from the stage to here. So for that, some area of this balcony we cut and we corrected the sight lines with the kind of a required rakings towards the backside area. Even the rakings are also, the seatings are planned in a staggered way, so that actually everybody's eyes won't get obstructed with the front, whoever is sitting in the front. In the upper floor also, by doing the required filling as per the sight lines, we created a kind of a visual ambience from the top line as well. Then for achieving that thing, we've done some kind of a stage elevation as per the sight lines there. This was the first step. Second step, actually, you can see here, that was the existing plan which we got there. So there is around a 2000-seater capacity auditorium. There is a set of fire escape routes are required. Giving that thing, there was 1, 2, 3 was available there. Then we added a kind of a 2 more here as per this new layout. So we added one more staircase here, one more service stair here. There is one stair here, one stair there. This is there, this is there. Around 6 staircase blocks were there. There's a 2 set of lifts core also added there. Again, there is a toilet blocks are added on both sides. So there is a toilets and this vertical circulation core is planned in a different level. Since the auditorium is falling in a first and second floor level, it's happening like that. For the upper floor, for connecting these sight lines, means for getting the fire escape routes correctly, so we have created a kind of a catwalks on both sides to connect these staircases also into the mezzanine floor area. So they can exit out this way through these staircases, through these also they can use it, and they can go out and use these staircases as well. So that is how the initial planning in terms of planning corrections we have done. Then we thought actually based on that thing, creating kind of all required services. Like it's a centrally air conditioned hall with the heating and cooling capacity also into it. So all the services as per the seating we have planned with the kind of all the air conditioning routing, fire pipelines, everything planned. This is how we've done. Means there is a services you can see here. This is services and there's a catwalks which is planned in between also to access this and do the maintenance of this area. For accessing these catwalks, again a separate lighting for only these movements are also planned within it. Except that thing, the sound boosters, visual boosters in between sides, extra screens for the getting a kind of a clear view of the performer towards the backside area. There is a lot of aspects are applied into it. Generally what happens means by doing all these things, auditorium becomes a kind of a quite technical approach. At the end, the aesthetical ambience will get to a kind of a very minimized level. So here we thought of breaking that completely. So what we have done means we have done all these technicalities in place, sight lines in place, evacuation route, everything in correct place. Then we thought of playing with a kind of a strong pattern which can cover up all these things and to give a kind of a complete ambience into it. So for that, since it's an interior project, we thought of trying an entirely new concept of a origami here. So see, this is a kind of a origami folds which is creating with a normal paper pattern itself. So these paper patterns, suppose, see if you can, these fold patterns are quite evident here. This is quite evident there. So in these kind of a fold patterns, we have made a kind of a different models. Based on that thing, these fold patterns is giving a kind of a impression into it. So by the lighting also we can enhance this feeling of it. So since a performance happens, the ambient lighting can be dimmable. So it will give a completely unique experience. And this is the view which we have shown to the client earlier. These fold patterns will give, and these fold patterns will travel through the ceiling also, and it will give a kind of a looping around it in that way. So again, these patterns are in place, but when it comes to the stage side it is quite evident, and these fold patterns are folding towards and leading towards a kind of a performer in the center stage. And generally all these stage lights, there is a set of stage light bars and sound bars are there. That also we try to cover smartly by using these kind of a folds in place, so that actually from the back side, or the viewer side, nobody can see these light bars. Everything is hidden behind it. All the curtains, sound bars, light bars are hidden behind it, but at the same time it's scattering all the stage performance. Pattern is completely falling throughout this campus, and there is an external lobby also there. That lobby also the same pattern continues. For highlighting these fold patterns, we try to use a kind of a different set of materials. So there is a complete acoustics are there in the flooring. There's a customized red colored pattern we used, customized carpet. So there is acoustic lining below it, and on the wall also there is a two material we used to have a highlight these fold patterns in a different way. So this is one color, and that is another color is giving a contrast to it. So this contrast color is, one is a red stretch fabric and acoustic lining behind it, and another one is the wooden slats with the acoustic insulation behind it. Even the ceiling also the same thing continues, the same material with acoustic insulation above. So it's a four-sided acoustic lined this thing, floor, wall, ceiling, everything together. So this same pattern continues like that. But for highlighting the fire escape routes, see this is a fire escape route. We have a fire escape here, we do have a fire escape here. So for highlighting this area, we in between with a contrast we used a grey color stretch fabric with the acoustic lining. So core is inside, they won't have any confusion. With the same pattern, with the same ambience, we can easily understand where this fire escape is. Here the idea actually is to enhance the user experience. Auditorium is not only just for a kind of a keeping all the technicalities in place. You need to go beyond that with the kind of a proper, unique ambience into the place, and that will change their creativity and courage to perform as well.
These kind of experiential spaces are what these schools are looking at, creating more confident students. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.